What's up guys? I just want to start my day to do a very quick video. So today I want to talk about this concept of everyone is interesting. This is great if you want to start conversations with people, if you want to interview someone, if you want to work on your social skills in general. And I've heard different spectrums of advice on this from many different people who are successful in different ways. And one thing that said is that everyone is interesting, and if you're finding a conversation boring or you're bored, it is not the other person's fault, it is your fault. And any journalist would say the same thing. So here are my thoughts on that piece of advice. I think it's too extremist. I do think it can be helpful. Another piece of advice is that even the most boring person out there has one interesting thing about them. So your job is to find out that interesting thing about that person. This is a bit more tamer and less extremist of a stance on this whole topic, and I think I am more inclined to agree with that. And so the basic idea is that you know, I don't think that you will find everyone interesting, and I don't think that you can ever put 100% of the blame on anything in life on just yourself. You don't have full control of everything, and in the conversation especially, the other party is playing a role themselves. They're humans, they're able to talk and contribute and so forth, and therefore if they're not contributing, they're giving you a very tough time, or they're not trying, or they're not even letting you try. Again, you can't put the full blame on yourself. And so again, it's not I think it's too extremist of a view to say that, well, if things aren't working out, if you're finding that person boring, it's completely your fault. I do think though, for most people, they are not putting enough emphasis on themselves. You get to the flip side where you get to the point where you're putting too much blame on yourself. But for most people, I do think that they're not trying enough. Again, I don't even know about most people, maybe 50%. But the general idea is that you are probably not trying enough. You're not trying to find anything interesting, and you're probably just naturally just testing the waters with someone, and if you find them boring off a shallow interaction, that's all you think of them, and then you move on. And so for these types of people, I do think this advice is very useful, because it gets them to the point where they take more control, and they actually start looking, and they start engaging and really taking value in everyone. I do think you can get very picky, or just I guess maybe very easily bored with people, and for those types of people, and I think I was part of that group, I kind of still am, it's very useful advice, because you are able to engage in very interesting conversations. And ever since I've implemented this, many people that I have in the past I would have just like passed on or just moved on with, I've stuck with, and I've really just started talking to them and finding out more and more about them, and you sometimes find very interesting things. Having said that, though, I do think that generally speaking, as humans, we generally have tendencies to like or prefer certain people. So there are people that you would just naturally, for sure, get along with much more, and you'll find very interesting, whether it's because of similar interests or similar personalities or similar life experiences. And basically from there, you'll pretty much just I guess move on, and pretty much you stay with these people longer. And so that's, from my own experiences, that's how it's been. Because for certain people, you will have to, you'll try and you'll try and you'll try, and maybe even they will try back. They're like open to talking to you, but at the end of the day, what's occurring here is that you know, you guys just don't click for many different reasons. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Yeah. Thanks for watching.